What is up, back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my storytime experience meeting the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Before I share my storytime experience, I would love to know if you have met Cody, what your experience was like, again, if you did, and if you have not met Cody, would you want to meet him or not? Would love to know any one of those down in the comments below. And I met him after a Ring of Honor New Japan co-produced event in Toronto back on May 7th of 2017, coming up on 7 years ago, which is mind-blowing. But either way, for people who either don't know or don't remember, pre-pandemic, from at least 2013 to probably 2020, like February of that year, Ring of Honor would do a pre-show meet and greet where once doors open until the bell rings for, I think, the first match on the main card. You could meet whatever wrestlers that were sent out for whatever money. Like, I think that night Cody Rhodes was like 35 or 40 bucks Canadian, and that, I don't know what that was for American people, but good deal. But me being me, I don't know for sure if they accepted like debit card or whatever then, because Ted Reeve not on the same level as Air Canada Center when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I brought cash and I bought a whole whackload of DVDs because I did not have to pay international shipping. But either way, long story short, did not bring enough cash to pay the 40 bucks to meet him, which I was bummed out about because I was old enough to know better. But yeah, fast forward to his match. He faced off against Will Ospreay. I was sitting like right on the ramp kind of deal, and I got a quick selfie as he was walking to the back. Not the best, so it was more of a he was walking by towards the back, took a bunch of photos, all of them were blurry, which I, again, kind of bummed out about, but hey, like, that's something. But fast forward to after the show, and I do not live in Toronto. I do not live in the greater Toronto area. At that time, I lived an hour and a half, hour 45 minute drive, depending on traffic, north of Toronto. Did not drive. If I did, would not want to drive in the dark in Toronto, and plus I think I got a hotel that night either way. But either way, waited outside the venue for some people that came with me, but for the night kind of deal. They did their own thing in Toronto. I did the wrestling thing, and Cody came out, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's Cody. And I asked him, hey, do you mind a quick photo? And he's like, can we walk and talk? And I'm like, yes, of course. And then we walked and talked for like not long, like probably 50 feet, like a minute, if that. And I told him good match, and he's like, oh, thank you so much. Stopped right under like not a lamp, a light lamp thingy. You can see the light above us. And I'm like, can we get a good photo, or a photo? You don't have to if you don't want to. And he's like, yeah, sure. Took a photo, and he's like, is that a good one? And I'm like, looked at it, and I'm like, I like it, kind of showed him. And he's like, it's kind of dark. Do you want another one? I'm like, you know what? No, this one's good for me. Is it a little too dark? Yeah. Would it have been better if somebody else took the photo? Yeah, but I was on his time. He was not on my time. And shook hands, and he went into the dark. I assumed that he got a car and left, and I was kind of standing there looking at like my phone, like, oh shoot, I just met Cody Rhodes. Like, this was a month and a half or so before he won the ROH World Championship. But yeah, just like that little like minute or so interaction from when he walked out of the door to when he left was like, I don't know for sure if this makes sense, but like, he was a bad guy in ROH, and he came across to me as a guy that like had reasonable amount of success and was not a piece of sugar honey iced tea. But yeah, overall good experience. Wish again I would have met him proper, got a good photo, like a non-selfie photo. But yeah, overall that is it for my experience. Again, would love to meet him again some point down the road. But yeah, that is it for this one. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. I do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's